Well, guys, welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to a new week. How are you guys doing this second week in January? I am just popping on here because this week I have been trying to figure out how to do everything I need to do. And I had this idea this morning. Maybe I just need to write out all the things that I do and need to do, dream of doing. There's a lot of dreams I have, stuff like that. And maybe I need to put them on cards. I'm a very visual person. I don't know, are you visual? I need to almost work it like a puzzle in my life. And whether I'm, mapping out studying the Bible or mapping out just my to-do list. Sometimes writing it on a list is good, but then it's just this giant list of to-dos. And I need to know what God wants me to do, what I'm required to do, just because I'm trying to survive and live, like going to work and making money is kind of important. Or taking care of your family is really important. And then there's all these other dreams and stuff like that. So in each season of my life, things have to kind of take the back burner and other things have to come to the front burner. So I wanted to visually take all the things that I normally do and write them on 3x5 cards and just try to get them out of my brain, because sometimes my brain circles with 100 things and it doesn't make sense and I can't. But once I write it down and put them on some 3x5 cards, then I can kind of work it. I don't know, like a puzzle. And so then what I wanted to do is put them in categories. So you'll see I kind of filmed as I was doing this. You'll see my process. Then I took on 3x5 cards, I put some kind of headers. I should have had different colored 3x5 cards, but I used what I had. And some things, I kind of wish I would have had different colored 3x5 cards just to put stuff that this is stuff that I have to do. This is a dream. Maybe I could have done that on different colors, but this is what I have. So across the top, I put, the different things like a priority, I have to do this. There's no getting out of it. You have to do dishes and you have to do laundry. I don't even have those listed here. I should have those, but I do have housework, stuff like that. Important for survival. Things you can, maybe it's time to ask for some help in some of the things that you're doing. Maybe sometimes it's time to delegate it to somebody. Maybe it's a dream that you can save for later and now is not the season for it. Stuff like that. And I'm not totally finished, but let me show you my crazy process of writing all of these things down and then just kind of shuffling them around to see what I have the most time for, what I need to do the biggest things, the biggest priorities first, and enough time for those. And then the things that maybe I need to say goodbye to, things that I need to get rid of in my life or just give to somebody else to take care of, something like that. So let me show you that process right now. So I hope you got something out of that. Maybe you can use that in your own life. It's just something that's helping me figure out all of the to-do list and what I can lighten my load with. And I'll tell you what, I kind of this past week have been in a bit of a grieving time, and maybe I just didn't grieve until now. But maybe also triggered by my aunt passing away. So I was already in that kind of grieving mode. But this last weekend was Bridal Expo here in our little town. And I watched on Facebook, not only in my own memory feed, all of the pictures and the memories of building the little booths and the sets for our Bridal Expo every year, working with all of my favorite models with all their dresses, and some really fun booths that we did through the years, and meeting with all the brides. And I watched on Facebook also all of my bridal shop friends. They also had it constantly rolling, what they were building and what they were doing and how they were at Expo. And I have to say I was a bit jealous, and even though I'm glad that that part of my life is over and the work of it is over, there was a little piece of me that felt like I was missing out, or kind of grieving. And maybe because life got so fast right after I closed, maybe here we are a year and a half later after closing, and maybe I've never grieved the loss of my dress shop. And so I've been doing that a little bit. And so with that, one of my big chores that I have to do, or that I wanted to do, it was a big dream of mine, is I have a private Facebook group that is just for all of the seamstresses in Southern Idaho. And it's the Southern Idaho Seamstress Guild. And my dream for that, when you gonna drink my coffee? My dream for that, when I closed the shop, was that I would have all kinds of time to inspire other seamstresses, and that I would get to help teach and some other seamstresses, maybe get them lessons from somewhere else, or I could help them learn how to sew. And that has not come to fruition because of the direction my life kind of took a turn, a different direction. And so this week, as I was realizing one of the things that I'm not doing well, and maybe I need to delegate to someone else, or just kind of give it up completely, and that's where I'm at right now, is running the Seamstress Guild, the Southern Idaho Seamstress Facebook group. So this morning I typed up a little post on that and asked anybody in the group, I would love it if somebody would want to step up and take this over. And of course, I haven't really had any responses to take it over. And so I have to be willing to maybe walk away and give it up completely, which it's a group that I need for encouragement and for motivation, but I also need to keep these seamstresses close, so that, when I'm overbooked, I can send people to them, or vice versa, and we can work together. Or if we're working on a problem, maybe somebody else has a solution for it in our little seamstress group. Anyway, so that's something, one of my delete or completely out of my life, or delegate it to someone else. And to do that is a little bit of grieving, and it's okay. And then I've got these other one is called Keep It as a Dream for a Later Date. There's some things I have on the table that I really wanted to do, and right now they just have to sit in that position. They may not be there forever. So some of my dreams, I want to keep them around, and maybe I can accomplish them in years to come. But I've got to prioritize the stuff that's a number one priority I have to do. important for survival. You got to keep a roof over your head, food in your mouth, gas in the car, all of those things. And important for my mental and spiritual health. That's so important. It is important for me to figure out how I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to do this one, do something creative. I am in desperate need of time to sew my own something. I have not sewed my own blouse, my own project for at least maybe 20 years, because I had 16 years at the bridal shop where I was just so busy with them, and it's been another couple years, so maybe about 18 years. And I just have a desire that I want to make myself a blouse, or I want to create something that's not bridal. And maybe art, something relaxing. And I'm a creative person. I love art. What can I do that's art? And of course I love gardening, but I can't do that right now. So, and then of course, other important for my mental and spiritual health is personal Bible study. I tend to do all of these things that are have-tos, where I'm preparing the Bible study for everyone else, but I have to feed myself. I have to get into the Word of God for my own benefit. And of course, studying my Word of the Year. And of course, gardening. That's important for my spiritual and mental health, but I can't do it right now. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope maybe it helps you prioritize some things, figure some things out in your life, maybe grieve over a few things. Don't be afraid to grieve, and say, you know what? I wish I could do it all, but I can't do it all. I can only, and every season of your life is going to be completely different. So don't be afraid to say no to a lot of things, so that you can do the priorities in that season of life, and keep some of the stuff on the back burner. Keep your dreams on the back burner. Or maybe it's time to move one of your dreams that you've always dreamed. Maybe it's time to move that one to the very important. Maybe it's time to take on that new dream, and maybe not be so afraid and fearful, and take some courage and take a step out and have God help you through something great. And don't be afraid to fail. It's okay. We have to have failures in order to have some successes. Get out there. I was also, really quick, one last thing. I was watching the Roots and Refuge page, and she was talking a 365 challenge, where you try to do something for 365 days. And I know we're here, what is it, the 10th? But everything in my life is starting late, so it's okay. Just be late on it. But I've been thinking all week. She's doing photography, so she wants to capture one gorgeous photo a day. So it'd be, she would put that in an album of, one out of 365, or 12 of 365. Maybe yours is cooking. Maybe you want to cook one new recipe a day and kind of chart your growth through that 365 days. Maybe that's what I've been trying to think. What is mine? I definitely don't want to sew something massive every single day. But maybe I could do one creative thing a day. Maybe write something in my journal, poetry, or my word is worship. So maybe in my personal Bible study time, I need to rewrite a psalm in my own words, or something for worship. I don't know. Maybe you guys can have some ideas to give me. Tell me what you might do for a 365 challenge. And don't worry that it's the 10th or 11th or 12th. Just start it now. You can do it all the way till January of next year, 10th, 11th, 12th. But just for 365 days, do something that improves your creativity, improves your skills, or improves just your peace. Maybe it's just sitting quiet for 10 minutes a day for 365 days, whatever it is. Anyway, hope this helps as you are. I'd love to hear in the description comments. I would love to hear how you guys are doing with your first 2 weeks of the new year. And I'd love to hear how things are going just in life in general. I love hearing from you guys, and I would love to have prayer requests. I would love to pray for you. You can pray for me, that I have way too much to do in the little bit of time I can do it, and that I can hear God's voice on which is the most important things as I sit here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish kind of shuffling these around, and I'll see you in the next video. Shalom, dear friends. Have a wonderful week. Mwah.